It's good. It's off to a good start. We're 8-7, which doesn't sound too great, but we've been all over the United States playing, and we started the season at a national tournament in Illinois. We then over Christmas ended up in New Orleans and played some national teams down there, and it was a great experience for our guys. It's really made us better. But again, it's hard, when you are used to winning, to take some lumps like that. But I think it's a lesson that you have to learn, and I think it's something we've tried to do. And we've been to the Final Four the last 2 seasons, and we're trying to find a way to get over the hump.
Why did you decide to do that with your scheduling, and how has that benefited you guys?
It was a situation to where they reached out to us about coming to both tournaments, and it was something I felt like it was an opportunity I couldn't take from the kids. And when we got a chance to do it and it worked within our schedule, it was perfect. And then we were wanting to do some stuff a little different anyway, just trying to beef up the schedule a little bit for some of those hopefully those games we get down the road in the playoffs that might benefit us as far as winning that type of game.
I've talked to a few coaches now that have done that. They have that strategy. Kickapoo has been going off to Arkansas, or even Central playing Link early to start the season. Seeing that early on, do you think that is beneficial to these difficult teams that you'll reach when you get into the deep run?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. I think it makes you better. I think there's a toughness that you gain. I think there's mentally there's the part of, like I said, we've won a lot of games over time, and going down there and having to really play well just to compete, and then not always coming out on the winning side. I think that's a lesson we have to learn too, and I think it was good for us.
Yeah, what did you take away from these prior seasons that wouldn't allow you to get all the way to a state title? And do you feel like you guys have been able to tweak whatever that might have been?
We've been blessed with having, like you have to have, great players. And then from last year's bunch, we returned all those guys. We still start 3 juniors and got some young kids that are good players, so we hope that could continue. But, you learn things, like you said, as you go. Little things here about what you might do in this situation or another situation, or if somebody's got better athletes than you, what you need to do to try to counter that. So traveling and being in different places has allowed us, hopefully, to learn those things.
What do you see from this team this season that is a little different maybe from the rest?
Not just being a year older. I think, athletically, when you look at us warm up, we're not just going to wow you, but then we've got kids that are very athletic for their size. Our guards aren't real big, but we're 6'5" at the basket, and then Aiden Burns 6'3", got another 6'4". So we've got some size and we've got some speed, and we can play a multiple ways and be successful, I think.
When you talked about the younger kids stepping up, how do you see them doing that exactly?
Last year, though, those guys were sophomores, and we started 3 sophomores last year. So as growing up, they just kind of grew, got a little bigger, got a little stronger. It still doesn't make it easy. There's been growing pains, but I think they're right where we want them to be at this time. We just got to continue to grow and get better.